Welcome on the show. It's a Tuesday morning. My name is Wale Scott. It's Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. Today, I am very confused. And so I'm going to look for trusted aides, trusted colleagues who are sports analysts, who are trusted, who can unconfuse me. I hope Daniel Jones and the dictionary can let me use that word, unconfused, because I really am confused. So I need people to actually reply. I'll read this story to you first, and I'll tell you why I want to ask questions and why I need replies. Now, there will be a partial restriction of movement in some parts of Surulere, Lagos State, on Tuesday, as Super Eagles face Lesotho in the African Cup of Nations last qualifying match. The Lagos State Sports Commission made this known in a travel advisory signed by its executive chairman, Mr. Shola Ayekweku, on Monday. The match between Nigeria and Lesotho is scheduled to take place on Tuesday, March 30th, 2021, at the Testing Balogun Stadium, Surulere. Now, only cars containing passengers with tickets can approach and enter the National Stadium to park. Also, pedestrians without tickets will not be allowed to come close to either of the two stadiums. The chairman, however, appealed to Lagosians to abide by the travel advisory, regretting any inconvenience the restriction on vehicular movements may cause during the period of closure. Now, my confusion this morning. A friend of mine who works in a Nigerian radio station in the US called me early this morning, and he said, Wale, is there a problem? Is there trouble in Nigeria? I said, trouble? No. Is there a problem? I said, no. Are there security concerns? I said, no. And he asked, why would you lock down or partially lock down the busiest road, Funshaw Williams Avenue in Surulere, because of a match that's billed for 5 p.m.? You are locking down the road for 12 hours, from 12 a.m. this morning till 12 p.m. tonight, for a match that starts at 5 p.m. and ends about 7 or past 7. And we lock down the busiest road in Surulere for 12 hours. So I told him I'd get back to him. I didn't have an answer. So I'll try and get an answer off my analyst today and send it to him after the show, okay? I've got Dumnodi Okonta on the show this morning. Good morning, Dumnodi. Good morning, Dumnodi. I've also got...
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, Dumnodi. Now, I've also got Seun Ajidagba on the show this morning. Good morning, Seun.
Good morning, Wale Scott. It's a pleasure joining you on the show.
Now, Dumnodi, I hope you heard my question. I have to reply my American friend. He's a Nigerian too, but he works in the US. What's my reply to him? A match for 5, but we lock down the busiest road in Surulere from 10 a.m. today till 10 p.m. 12 hours. What's going to happen now? Can you hear me, Dumnodi?
Go on. Repeat your question, please.
Now, there's no problem in Nigeria. I have to reply my US friend. There's a match for 5 p.m. this evening, and we are locking down the busiest road in Surulere, Funshaw Williams, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., 12 hours. And there's no security threat or concern. What's going to happen now?
Well, I think that's one of those funniest decisions I've ever seen in all my life. I can imagine if it's a full house or a large number of fans are expected at the stadium. So what do? You shut down the entire Lagos? Because I get so worked up when I hear that. Okay, you say you are restricting. It does not mean that people cannot move. It also means that your officials have to be on the road to ensure that there is severe traffic compliance. There's no breakdown of law and order around that area, and also ensure that law-abiding citizens can also do their business without being hindered. So what kind of match? Is it the person they're playing the match at the National Stadium or the Testing Balogun Stadium? Yes, we understand the COVID protocols. But at this moment, people still move around that area. So it's not because we are playing a match. What is so special about the game? I shut down the entire place. I think they have to review that and ensure that people move around so that you don't create a lot of confusion and stress for people on the road.
Seun Ajidagba, we are lucky to be in the sports job, so we actually get to travel most times. So we have traveled far and wide in the course of doing the job. Now, the Surulere fans are very football crazy, and they've not had football for 20 years. Will this security thing they are doing not bring the anger of these youngsters who are football crazy in Surulere area. You want to lock down the area or partially lock down the area for 12 hours for a 5 p.m. match from 10 a.m.
I laughed when Dumnodi was talking about reviewing that decision. They've already made up their mind, and that's what they want to do. But guess what? We always say that common sense is not common. Because the Super Eagles of Nigeria are playing an inconsequential game. You want to shut down a busy road from 10 a.m. in the morning to 10 p.m. for a match that is just 90 minutes. A match that is starting at 5 p.m. and plus or minus, while this game would have ended by 6:30. So 3 hours, 30 minutes after the Super Eagles are played, that place will still be shut. It is a clear roadmap of how these our people in position of authority don't think. I don't know why they cannot apply common sense. It's sickening.
Now, Dumnodi,
Estadio Santiago Bernabeu.
Dumnodi, let's come to this.
Post El Clasico game in the middle of Spain. There is no shutdown of road.
Now, let me come to Dumnodi. Let's come to you now. Seun gave a vital point here. He said in the El Clasico, Real Madrid against Barcelona, it goes beyond football. It's more politics than football. Even that one, the roads are not shut down. Why this? Why like this?
I don't know why. I don't know who's advising or whether they sat down to take the decision. Because if they truly sat down to take the decision, they would have weighed some of these issues and weighed some of these options and know the impact. See, Lagos completely. If you shut down a particular area in Lagos, the whole Lagos is going to be on lockdown. That's what it is. So the road from the stadium down to the highland, you also mean that those going from Terminal Bridge or even those going to the Eco Bridge, they're going to be on the road for a longer hours. I would have wanted them to say, oh, this is simple. If you are going towards Bode Thomas, they are passing through the stadium, going to Marshall area and the rest of them, ensure that you don't park on the road. Vehicles going, public vehicles going around those areas, transporters, you don't stop on the road. Stop at designated bus stops. Don't stop just anyhow. And put your men there to ensure compliance so that other road users can move. Because this is a lot of confusion. We have gone to countries where people come to watch games. This is not the first time. I don't know what's your euphoria about people coming to play in Lagos. If you don't play in Lagos, who cares?
Okay, let me come to you now. This is the major discussion this morning, and I would like everybody to listen carefully. Now, this particular match has had restrictions because of COVID. CAF have cautioned the NFF. We know all that. Now, we heard that on Twitter, 7,000 spectators, fans, were given tickets because they answered a question correctly. 7,000 tickets. The supporters club were given 500 tickets or 1,000 tickets for their members to come there and sing the Eagles to high heavens and sing their praise. Now, only 25 media houses got slots to watch this match in Lagos. Of those 25, there are 3 radio stations, and the rest are the print medias. Not one TV house is allowed to cover this match, whether it's post-interview with the players, pre-interview, or even the match itself. Not one TV house. Dumnodi, what does this mean? It's confusing me. I'm confused this one. What does this even mean first?
It is also sad that they are even saying, even within Lagos, it's limited. What of those coming from other countries, other parts of the country? Journalists coming from other parts of the country. So what will happen to them? So that's the sad part. So you don't want TV. So how will they conduct post-match? Wouldn't there be post-match? If the TV stations are not allowed to cover because they don't have a right, post-match, what happens? They also have a right to be at the post-match. So how do you conduct your post-match? You can do something. See, all these things that we're talking about camera, there are phones that can take shots and take good shots. So you don't even need the camera to be at the stadium. So what are they trying to hide? So the question is, we say limited newspapers. We said 3 radio stations. And you know the number of radio stations in Lagos. And no TV stations. So the question is, how do you want to conduct your post-match? Who will do those post-match?
Seun Ajidagba, let me bring my mischievous Wale Scott self out this morning as usual, my regular mischievous self. Now, we have a family house somewhere around Teslim Balogun Stadium. And I know more than 6 tall buildings that can actually get a cameraman from those buildings and film that match from beginning till the end, zoomed, and it will be clear, and everybody will watch it well. So that's apart from what, let's be honest with ourselves. What does this even mean? The media house don't want the full match. All they want is post and pre-match interviews with the players and the coaches. What does this mean, Seth? No TV?
You know what, Wale? I need somebody to explain how that NS Okonkwo Tribune Center looks like, which is a place that is specially designed for the journalists. And I've always said that whatever you are doing is what we call an embryonic stage in biology. It becomes full-blown to the media by the time the journalists propagate what you are doing. Now, I've yet to understand where the journalists have become a nuisance that will constitute themselves as a match venue, such that you will be giving them a particular number to come and cover events. And you know the problem of this thing? The problem is that we as journalists, especially Lagos journalists, we have not tried ourselves very well. We have not tried ourselves very well. I would have expected that those executives of the Lagos one should have expressed their displeasure to the NFF that you cannot treat us like this. It's a shame. And for me, I listen with rapt attention to Dumnodi Okonta, who is saying he will go and cover other events rather than come to Teslim Balogun Stadium and cover an inconsequential game. Look at how many TV stations did they even give a pass? I did not see any. And the question is, this content we're talking about, no disrespect to online media, no disrespect to radio stations, no disrespect to print and all other things. The people who need it the most are the TV people, because people want to see this thing. And you didn't give them any pass at all to come and cover the game. These people are a bunch of unserious set of people.
Now,
I don't owe them any apology at all.
Dumnodi, I want to
and
believe
that's
that
what you get. It's incongruency. When you put square pegs in round holes, this is what you get.
Yes, Seun. Dumnodi, Seun is very upset this morning. So are most of us too. But the problem is there no media arm of the NFF? Is there no media arm of CAF? Don't they understand the importance of pre- and post-match interviews with TV for all these footballers and coaching crew? Don't they understand it?
Simple thing. They are just trying to play pranks with the TV station. There's something they want to do that they don't want the TV station to capture. But they fail to realize that people have their phone, they can capture whatever they want to capture, and you can't do anything about it. There are people who are advising this teaching. Let me tell you what happened. There are lots of people who walk around them. They don't know what to say. Even some of them are scared of saying this thing. The professionals around them will not say it because they don't want to lose their daily meal, or they don't want to lose their meal tickets. That's why they are all so quiet. They can't advise. See, these administrators, they are like teen gods. They are like teen gods. Nigerian footballers also are teen gods. For you to stand your ground and confront them, you mean that you must be ready to lose your meal ticket. So when you see people try to play diplomacy with those things, they don't want to lose their ticket. That's why they can take all manner of decisions and everybody keeps short. Even their media handlers can't even tell them that this is a wrong decision. What they try to do catch up or do damage control at the end of the day when the damage has already been done and everything has been destroyed.
Now, Seun, I was talking to my head of news yesterday, and I said this is the Amaju attitude. This is the Amaju body language. He just gives orders, he doesn't consider, he doesn't listen, and he doesn't explain. This is the attitude that NFF is showing right now.
What do you expect from a Delta person? They apologize to Dumnodi because I know he's from that side. But the honest truth is, he doesn't care. They don't owe it to you. They don't think you deserve any explanation. And it's the typical Nigerian style. Okay, so let me just drift a little bit. We started with NPFL.TV app, where people were getting to see games and they were very excited. This was supposed to be a point of marketability for Alhaji Seun, who is second vice president of Nigerian Football Federation and the chairman of LNC. But you find him more with NFF, even more than his primary assignment of the league. Now, they've not shown the league in the last 3 weeks. And they don't owe it to Dumnodi. They don't owe it to Wale Scott. They don't owe it to Ajidagba to release a press statement that this is the reason they have not been showing games. And you can see the chain of results you have been getting. Where even in the 98th minute, you must get that winner. Teams are complaining. And so this is the attitude of people that we put in position of authority. They don't explain. They don't think you deserve to know anything. And so that's the arrogancy that exudes around Amajupini. He doesn't, he feels you don't care. And now they are shutting you journalists from coming to cover it. But expect to see the likes of Bobby, Alibaba, Whiskey, all those people to come. Because they are of more importance to them than you people.
Yes, Dumnodi, I was going to go there. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, these guys are my personal friends. AY, Bovi, Jedi, they are all my friends. But somebody was saying that you are not letting journalists on TV, presenters, sports brands in Nigeria come and cover the match. But you have the Bovis, the Jedis, the AYs, Ake and Popo, them all there watching the match with tickets, VVIP. We can't get in. And we're the guys who report sports every day. How shameful and disrespectful to us. Dumnodi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Seun just said that you have the likes of AY, Bovi, comedians there, actors, actresses, musicians. We that cover sports every day, the brand of sports in Nigeria on TV, we won't be there to cover. It's disrespectful and shameful if you ask me.
Let me just tell you guys, it is because even the sport journalists have so reduced themselves to become leeches to this federation.
True.
I've always told someone, you cannot allow the administration to take the narrative when it comes to your job. But you see, the administration have done that gradually. That's why you find out that whenever you put out things about this administrator, rather than this administration responding themselves, it is your media people, your media friends that will respond for them and will come and be fighting. You are not, are you their PRO person? Let their PRO speak. So the question is, at the end of the day, this discussion will go public. You look at those, you see those that will respond, depending on the administrators, at those within your rank. What does that mean? It means that they have handed the narratives to the administrators, and the administrators control the narrative. That is why they can easily take journalists for granted in Nigeria.
Okay.
And rather elevate comedians, jokers, and jesters.
Thank you very much, Dumnodi, for coming on the show this morning. I want to thank you very, very much. You've been very explicit in your explanations. Now I have reasons to give my friends abroad when they ask questions now. Thank you very much, Dumnodi.
Thank you very much.
Now, Seun, imagine that before you go on the show today, Dumnodi has said it all. He said, no, don't blame the NFF. Blame most of us, our colleagues, who have sold their soul to the devil. They've taken from them. They have now become leeches. And Amadou has worked on that, so we can't complain. Only a few of us are complaining. Maybe because we haven't collected yet. Maybe if we do, we'll stop complaining. Maybe. What do you think?
In the honest truth, Dumnodi has just nailed it. Because we cannot say it the way it is. And you know these people, when you try to bring out some objective criticism, they have a way of defecting. If you are asking Amaju Phoenix any question, Shehu Diko or any of our people in position of authority in sports, they have a way of defecting. And I've always said it that if you cannot stand the heat, you don't go near the kitchen. Look at our league. It is the baby of Amaju Melvin Phoenix. But you find out that Amaju Pinnick would decide to focus more on the FIFA Executive Council that he has just been appointed and by extension CAF, rather than ensuring that the league is more viable. Look at how the league is run. It's a shame that everything is, and all he knows about is just the Super Eagles. Every other national team can go to hell. It's a problem that we are experiencing. And I said something to someone yesterday that if these people have intelligent quotients, if they were thinking, remember before they open up on sports, the secretary to the federation, who is the chairman of the presidential task force, Boss Mustafa, said in other climes, sport is a big business. But in Nigeria, sport is a joke. And I thought these people would have reasoned from that angle. But it is still what it is. Do you see sport as a serious business in Nigeria? It's a no.
Thank you very much, Ajidagba. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be with you, Analyst.
Thank you. Now, Sergio Aguero has drawn many admirers across the game for his superlative goal-scoring feats and ability to rise to the big occasion time and time again. It was announced on Monday, yesterday, that Manchester City's record goal scorer will leave the club at the end of the season. The Argentine striker has bagged 257 goals in 384 appearances for City, winning 10 trophies along the way. He famously scored arguably the most important goal of City's history against QPR in stoppage time of the last game of the 2011-2012 season, which clinched the club's first ever Premier League title.
We need Aguero, we miss him. So it's the numbers speaks for himself. So one of the best, absolutely the best striker in our history. The player can create for himself and win the games for himself. And
I think as a player, everyone wants to play. If you're a good player, you want to play with this kind of player. Aguero has been great for me. He's been the player I wanted to play with. And maybe if you have a chance, I can coach that kind of player because he's so clever, he's so short. And you understand, he's a goal scorer, and I love him.
I don't know why I'm smiling. I don't know why I'm laughing this morning, but this is not a joke. You'll find out when I say it, but it's supposed to say, it seems like a joke, but it's not really. Now, UFC fans are used to seeing fighters hit the deck. But even they got a shock when bantamweight Julia Stoliarenko collapsed twice as she weighed in, forcing the cancellation of her bout against Julia Avila on Saturday in Las Vegas. Now, video footage on social media showed the 27-year-old Lithuanian staggering backwards off the scales before falling. UFC security man Steve Reed can be heard asking, "Where's the doc?" as Stoliarenko insists that she's fine while sitting on the stage. After recovering briefly on a chair, she stepped onto the scales again, with Reed in close proximity and made the required weight of 135.5. Now, many combat sports athletes go through a period of severe dehydration in the run-up to weigh-ins, expelling as much water as possible from their bodies in order to make weight and leaving them susceptible to health problems. Andrey Rublev was in brilliant form as he easily dispatched Marton Fucsovics to reach the last 16 of the Miami Open. The Russian seeded fourth, broke 5 times in all and won through 6-2, 6-1 in just 52 minutes. It was the 23-year-old's 5th straight win over the Hungarian and will now take on Croatian Marin Cilic for a place in the quarterfinals.
Love 40. Game 32, that is 6, game 32. Yes. Game cinema trouble. Wicket serve 6-2, 6-1.
Now, Russell Westbrook was in inspired form as the Washington Wizards beat the Indiana Pacers 132-124 in the NBA early this morning. And the guard made a wild triple-double, racking up 35 points, 21 assists, and 14 rebounds in a stunning individual display. He became the first player since Magic Johnson to make more than 30 points, 20 assists, and 10 rebounds in a game, and is also now the Wizards franchise leader in the triple-doubles despite only playing 38 games. Domantas Sabonis ensured that it was a tight game, with the Pacers star dropping 35 points of his own. The win improves Washington's season record to 17-28, but they are still languishing down in 12th in the Eastern Conference.
Usually shooters need to just see one go in.
And Sabonis draws the... Brogdon has already hit 2 threes. Now he's got 3. Westbrook the spin. Nice move by Russell Westbrook. McConnell tried to go over Gafford. Realized, uh-oh, that's going to be a problem.
And that's Russell with another board.
And here's Gafford off the feet. Long. Turned out to be renal cell carcinoma as Westbrook tries a 3 and makes the 3 to tie it up at 40 on him. Taking it away, but there's Westbrook with a steal up ahead to Hachimura.
So you have both Sabonis and Turner with 2 fouls, playing a little timid if you ask me. So the Wizards are taking advantage.
Westbrook leaves it off for Hachimura, lays it in.
Bigs of Indiana was playing soft because they were in foul trouble. And
Sabonis, couple of pumps. And now Matthews, Brogdon the step back for 3. Rebound for Westbrook. That's a triple-double, a new franchise leader. Neto at the buzzer, got it! Over Sumner, the high-arcing shot goes in, and we're tied at 100. Westbrook's got 20 points. Gafford's down his ankle.
Yeah, he came down.
Long rebound for Sumner. And Sumner's able. Westbrook now against Holiday. Spins, draws contact, no whistle. Westbrook against Turner again. Step back for 3. Russell Westbrook does it again.
That was just nasty.
I guess Sabonis gave Westbrook a run for his money. Well, Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa on a Tuesday morning. That's all we can take on the show today. Join us same time tomorrow, same station, of course, for Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa. My name is Wale Scott. Like I always advise you at the end of every show, if not for anything, at least for your heart, do some sports.